Listen and practice speaking skills.
Morgan. It's been way too long. How have you been?
Ryan. I know, right? Life's been a roller coaster. How about you?
Hanging in there. Work's demanding, but I can't complain. And you? Still the adventure seeker?
Always. Just got back from a hiking trip to the mountains. The views were breathtaking.
I envy your spirit. I can barely find time for a weekend Netflix binge.
You need a break, my friend. Speaking of which, I heard you're up for a promotion at work.
Yeah, fingers crossed. The responsibilities are piling up, but it's a step forward.
That's awesome. You've always been ambitious. Remember the late-night study sessions in college?
How could I forget? Coffee-fueled cramming sessions were our specialty. Speaking of which, want to grab another cup?
Definitely. You know me and my coffee addiction.
So, any exciting news on your end? New adventures, perhaps?
Actually, yes. I'm thinking of starting a travel blog. Documenting my escapades and sharing tips with fellow wanderers.
That's incredible. Your stories deserve a broader audience. Count me as your first subscriber.
Thanks, Ryan. It's a leap of faith, but I'm excited. Oh, and speaking of leaps, have you considered taking that cooking class you always talked about?
You have a good memory. I've been eyeing a local culinary school. Maybe it's time to dust off the chef's hat.
Absolutely. Life's too short not to pursue our passions. And, hey, I might need a taste tester for my culinary adventures.
Deal. Now, tell me about that mysterious person you've been posting about on social media.
Ah, you noticed. Let's just say, I've stumbled upon someone who shares my love for sunsets and starry nights.
A fellow adventurer, huh? Do I smell romance in the mountain air?
Maybe, just maybe. Life has a funny way of surprising us, doesn't it?
It sure does. And speaking of surprises, I have a wild idea. What if we plan a mini reunion with the old gang?
That's brilliant. A weekend getaway with the crew would be the perfect blend of nostalgia and new memories.
I'll start a group chat and see who's up for it. How about that cozy cabin in the woods we used to talk about?
Perfect. Let's make it happen. Life's short, but the best stories are the ones we create together.
Ethan. Fancy seeing you here. I didn't know you were into contemporary art.
Ava. Yeah, I thought I'd give it a shot. I've been trying to broaden my horizons lately. How about you?
Oh, you know me, always exploring the art scene. It's a great way to find inspiration for my own work.
Your paintings have always been amazing. Any new projects in the pipeline?
Thanks, Ethan. I'm actually working on a series inspired by urban landscapes, trying to capture the energy of the city.
Sounds intriguing. Can't wait to see it. By the way, have you checked out the photography exhibit on the second floor?
Not yet. Is it worth a visit?
Absolutely. There's something about the way the photographer captures everyday moments that just draws you in.
You were right, Ethan. These photos are incredible. The way the artist captures the play of light and shadow is mesmerizing.
It's all about finding beauty in the ordinary, isn't it? Speaking of which, have you considered collaborating with other artists for your next project?
That's a fantastic idea. Maybe I could incorporate elements from different mediums into my paintings.
Exactly. A fusion of painting and photography could create something truly unique. By the way, how's your job at the design firm going?
It's challenging but rewarding. The creative environment pushes me to think outside the box. And you? Still pursuing that novel you talked about?
Slowly but surely. Writing takes time, and I want it to be just right. I find inspiration in the most unexpected places.
That's the beauty of art, isn't it? It's everywhere, waiting to be discovered. So, any plans for the weekend?
I was thinking of attending a poetry reading downtown. Want to join?
Absolutely. A weekend filled with art and creativity sounds perfect. And maybe afterward, we can grab a cup of coffee and brainstorm some ideas for our respective projects.
Sounds like a plan. It's always inspiring to bounce ideas off someone with a different perspective.
Agreed. Here's to art, aspirations, and the endless possibilities they bring.
Jessica, it's been forever. How have you been?
Emily, I've missed you. Life's been a roller coaster. You?
Oh, the usual. Work, deadlines, and the occasional existential crisis. But today is about catching up with you. What's new?
Well, I started a new job last month. It's been challenging, but I love it. And you?
Congrats on the new job. I've been navigating the corporate maze. The usual climb up the career ladder.
So, what's the tea? Any exciting plans for the weekend?
Not really. Just some Netflix and chill, you know? Any suggestions for a good series?
Oh, have you seen Stranger Things? It's a wild ride.
I haven't. Adding it to the list. By the way, how's your pet project going? The one you mentioned last time?
Slow and steady. It's like nurturing a plant. But hey, Rome wasn't built in a day, right?
Speaking of plants, I'm trying my hand at gardening. The struggle is real, Jess. I need a green thumb transplant.
Gardening, huh? I can imagine you surrounded by pots and soil. Any success stories?
Let's just say, my plants have become excellent judges of my mood. They droop when I'm stressed.
You should try talking to them. I heard it helps.
Oh, I do. I tell them about my day, my dreams, everything. Maybe that's why they're so dramatic.
By the way, I heard there's a cool art exhibit downtown. Wanna check it out this weekend?
Absolutely. Art and coffee, the perfect combo. Count me in.
Great. And hey, have you considered that cooking class we talked about?
Funny you mention it. I've been eyeing this pasta making class. Carb heaven, right?
Remember that crazy road trip we took 3 summers ago?
How could I forget? That flat tire in the middle of nowhere, surviving on snacks and laughter.
Good times. We should plan another one soon.
Agreed. Maybe a beach trip this time?
Well, Emily, this has been an absolute blast. Thanks for brightening my day.
Likewise, Jessica. Let's make these coffee dates a regular thing.